Ciao, travelers, and welcome to our third episode in season 2. This time we are going to visit Central Asia. But before we get started, let's get into our trivia. Okay, so we're in the Asian theme right now. Bhutan borders which two nations? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is China and India. That's like one of the hardest places to get a travel visa for. It's a very insular country. Okay, what is the name of the flightless bird that is native to New Zealand? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, kiwi. And last but not least, what is the official capital of Bolivia? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Sucre. Also La Paz. It's kind of an interesting country. All right, so let's get into it. We are discovering why some countries in Asia are named with this suffix of stan. So just like my obsession with Greenland, I obsess over shapes of countries. So I always was interested in the panhandle of Afghanistan, which is an interesting story. And the story is it was between the Soviet Union and India and Pakistan at the time was British, and they kept that little strip of land so neither of them could get through that area. Little tidbit. So anyway, back to Stan. So Afghanistan. And in 5th grade, I had this art teacher that went to Afghanistan in the 1960s and 70s. It was totally different than the Afghanistan we know today. So I had that obsession. And then I always like Kazakhstan. For some reason, when I go to the city or one time down the shore, I know a Kazakh person when I see them. They have a very unique look. So that's got me into the Stan. So let's get into it. So many countries across Central and South Asia share a unique linguistic feature in their names, the ending Stan. Nations such as Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan all bear this suffix. While it may seem like a simple coincidence, it is not. The shared ending Stan reflects a deep and ancient connection among these countries through language, culture, and history. The origins of the suffix lies in the Persian language and has spread over centuries through migration, trade, and empire building. Understanding the meaning and development of Stan provides insight into the historical unity of a region that has long served as a crossroads of civilization. When I was learning history, world history, we barely talk about the Mongol Empire, the Persian Empire. There's so many cradles of civilization that most of us in the United States don't learn. So I hope you learn a little more through this. So the suffix Stan comes from the Old Persian word stana, which means place, country, or land. It is closely related to Sanskrit word stanana, which also means place or where something stands. Both Persian and Sanskrit belong to the Indo-Iranian branch of the Indo-European language family, which explains their shared roots in ancient times. Persia was not only the language of the Persian Empire, but also a major cultural and administrative language throughout Central Asia. Again, talking about the dominance of Persia, which is mostly modern-day Iran now, of what a big empire they had. Because of this, many peoples and regions adopted Persian terms in their names, including Stan. Over time, this suffix became a common way to describe lands belonging to specific ethnic groups or tribes. Each of the modern Stan countries derives its name from the ethnic group or people who have traditionally lived there. If you hear that bell sound, it's Puffin playing with the toy. For instance, Afghanistan means land of Afghans, while Kazakhstan translates to lands of Kazakh. So that goes out for all those countries. This naming pattern emphasizes the importance of ethnicity, language, and heritage in defining national identity. It also reflects the nomadic and tribal nature of Central Asian societies, where territories were often identified by people inhabiting them rather than a fixed political boundaries. In this sense, the stan suffix has both a linguistic and a cultural significance. It connects language to the people and places. So this is an interesting fact that I did not know, and I did fact checked. One particularly interesting case, this stan country, is Pakistan, whose name has a more modern and symbolic origin. Unlike the others, Pakistan was not named after an ethnic group, but was instead created as an acronym and meaningful word. The name was proposed in the 1930s by Shiraji Rahmat Ali, a Muslim activist from India. It combines the first letters of several regions that were part of British India. P for Punjab, A for Afghana, Northwest Frontier Province, P for, K for Kashmir, S for Sindh, and Tan for Baluchistan. Coincidentally, in both Persian and Urdu, Pak means pure and Stan means land, making Pakistan translate beautifully into the land of the pure. The dual meaning gave the new nation both political and spiritual symbolism when it was found in 1947 as a homeland for South Asian Muslims. The shared stan suffix across the countries is more than a linguistic coincidence. It reflects centuries of shared history, culture, exchange, and Persian influence. Long before modern national borders existed, the Persian Empire and later Islamic empires connected vast regions of Central and South Asia through trade, religion, and governance. Persian served as a language of administration, poetry, and culture from Iran to India, leaving behind lasting remarks on local languages and place names. And I want to just get into a little tidbit of the Persian Empire. The Persian Empire was one of the most influential civilizations in ancient history and played a major role in shaping the languages and cultures of Central and Southern Asia. Founded by Cyrus the Great in the 6th century BCE, the empire, often called the Achaemenid Empire, stretched from modern-day Turkey and Egypt in west to India and Central Asia to the east. This vast territory included many different people, religions, and languages, yet the Persians managed to unite them through efficient administration, trade, and infrastructure. Persian became the official language of government and culture, spreading words, writing systems, and naming traditions such as the suffix stan across the lands. The empire's emphasis on tolerance and communication made Persian a shared language of diplomacy and learning for centuries. Even today, many of the stan countries continue to share cultural similarities, such as traditional music, architecture, and cuisine that were shaped by their intertwined past. The suffix stan therefore acts as a linguistic thread that ties these nations back to shared heritage, even as they each developed in their own identities. So a lot of Central Asia used to be part of the Soviet Union, USSR, and Afghanistan had contentions with that. Russia or Soviet Union invaded, and then the United States. So some of the stan countries are transitional from the quintessential South Asia, like Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India, versus the Mid East, like Iraq, Iraq, the Fertile Crescent. So it was in between these areas, and it's been contentious. And also a lot of the region is nomadic. So it's a very interesting history in this stance. And I just want to get into some fun facts about stan countries. So one fact, and I talk about this, Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked country in the world. All right, it has no oceans, but still covers more land than all of Western Europe combined. And I'm going to show a picture. The capital is so cool looking. Meanwhile, Kyrgyzstan is home to Izhikul Lake, one of the world's largest and deepest mountain lakes, which never freezes. Okay, my cat. Oh, wait, Puffin almost hit the thing. Oh, now Lola's up. One of the largest and deepest mountain lakes, which never freezes, despite being surrounded by snow-capped peaks. Uzbekistan is one of 2 countries in the world that are double landlocked, meaning it's surrounded entirely by other landlocked countries. The other one is Liechtenstein, which is in between Austria and Switzerland. These geographic quirks make the Stan region one of the most interesting and diverse parts of the world. All right, and summarizing that, very interesting parts. Afghanistan is famous for the handmade carpets, Turkmenistan for its ancient silk ruins, Tajikistan for stunning Pamir Mountains, the roof of the world, and traditional sports like Buzkasi, a horse game where players compete over goat carcass, are played through several Stan countries. So they're really known for horses, and they did horses for warfare, they did horses for travel. A lot of the things that we learned come from that region. All right, so I really hope you enjoyed this episode as Lola and Puffin play. We got another cat, so that's the cat I'm talking about. All right, speaking of South Asia, what is the capital of India? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is New Delhi. I want to go here. Which iconic performing arts venue consists of a series of gleaming white sail-shaped interlocking panels? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is Sydney Opera House in Australia. Okay, what is the largest mountain range in the world? I'll give you a hint, it's in South America. It's not the Himalayas. That's on South America. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I messed up on that. The Andes. I do want to do an episode about the Andes and the roads and all that interesting stuff. So I really hope you enjoyed this 3rd episode. Please message me if you have places you want to go. And just remember, if you know the world, you know anyone. So study up on your geography. Ciao, travelers.